and today we are at my kitchen at home so I can show you how I make some really cool pancake shapes for your own family pancake party. So follow along as I show you what to do. Alright, so I have already mixed up my batter. I am just using Bisquick batter and I've placed it in my little container here. I have my pan heated up and it's got whatever you're using to oil it, so I put a little butter in there. You want to make sure that you have your pan hot enough so that your batter doesn't spread out, so that you can see all the shapes that you're going to make. So, alright, as soon as it's hot enough, mine is, I let it heat up a little bit, we're going to take our container and we're gonna make our first shape. So our first shape that I'm gonna make is gonna be a heart. I love making heart pancakes. I think it's really fun. So if you just move quickly, it won't pool up. And mine's a little lopsided, but that's okay. Alrighty. So there's my heart, and we're just gonna make the outline right now. I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit, and that's so that when you start to fill in your pancake's shape, it doesn't spread out like pancakes usually do, and they kind of look more circular that way. So this way, it has kind of a border to hold in that batter. So it's tempting to want to touch it or to fill it in too soon, so I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute, okay? Alright, and I see that it's starting to brown a little around the edges here. It is a thinner pancake, so it doesn't take very long, so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. Make sure you cover it up, but don't pour too much or else it'll get really thick and it might spill over those edges of your pancake. Alrighty, once you see that your pancake is all ready to flip, give it a test. Alright, very carefully so your batter doesn't splatter or... Alrighty, and I have a cool looking heart right there. We'll wait till that cooks up and then we'll move on to another shape. Alrighty. So that was really cool. If you need to add more butter or oil to your pan, go ahead and do that. I think for our next shape, I am gonna make a cat. I'm really excited about this one. I really love cats. But you can make whatever shape you want. Just make sure that you keep it simple enough that it's not super complicated to pour out. So I think we're just gonna go with the head of a cat. So we'll do this really cool U shape and then add the ears, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put little dots for the eyes. I don't know how good these will show up, and a little mouth, but hopefully they'll turn out pretty good. And for these ones, we're using them as an outline, so I'm gonna try to let them get a little darker so you can really see them clearly. Alrighty, so I think those might be dark enough. I don't want to burn them, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the batter in. And again, keep in mind that you don't want to pour too much so it doesn't pour out the sides. Just enough to fill it in. And I'll let that cook for a while. Alright, let's give it a test. Oh, can we see it on camera? We've got our little pancake cat face, very cool. So we'll go ahead and let that cook up. Alrighty, so for our last face, I think I have enough batter left for one more cool shape. I think I'm gonna try and make a dog. I think that would be a really fun one. So for this one, we're gonna do that U shape again, like that. And then we're gonna put 2 half circles. And then connect them like that. And then the same thing, we're gonna add 2 little dots for the eyes. Oh, I spilled a little, that's okay. And they have big noses, we'll give them a big nose and mouth. And then we've got a little, there we go. He's got a little bit of a funny face, but that'll be cool. So we'll let that cook up again so that it won't spill over like my other ones I showed you. Alrighty, I can see that some of the edges are browning up really nicely, so I'm gonna fill those in, keeping in mind not to overflow it. Oh, and I moved the eye, that's okay. This dog will have a really fun face. We'll let him cook up for a little bit. Alright, I can see he's browning up a little bit, so we're gonna flip him over. He's a little wider. Alrighty, and can you see his little face? His eye got a little wonky there, but we've got his eyes and his nose. Oh, how fun. Alrighty, we're gonna let him cook up, and then we're gonna have a delicious plate of pancakes. Alrighty, I think our dog friend here is done, so I'm gonna put him over here on our plate and make sure. Alright, let's take a look and see how they are. Alright, that was so much fun. I've got a delicious plate of pancakes here now that I get to have with my family, and I hope you guys had as much fun making your pancakes as I had making mine, and I hope that they're just as delicious. Have a great time!